Yes, Honorable Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, one of our duties in this chamber is to accord one another respect, show courtesy, so that we can live together in this chamber as a family, although we may have our views. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Jerry Ahmed is in leadership. He is one of the 5 on the minority side. He raised an issue of time to draw the attention of the chair. Mr. Speaker, and I know also that Honorable Member for Ho Central West, Ruho West, thank you for the correction, Honorable Bedzrah. Mr. Speaker, though he didn't speak into the mic, but he got up rudely, throwing his hands. Mr. Speaker, with the greatest respect, the least we can do is to extend courtesies. He's in leadership. If you disagree with him, you calmly rise from your place like I did. When you catch the eye of the speaker, you tell Mr. Speaker what your prayer is. When Mr. Speaker rules, you either abide or you use the right processes to challenge him. Mr. Speaker, my colleague is in leadership. I do not think that it is appropriate for him to receive such a treatment from a senior member in the way and manner that Honorable Bedzrah did. In this chamber, it's now obvious to us that you don't need to act for records to capture you, to trigger even a petition. We are enjoying the new president. So we have taken notice of his conduct. He didn't need to speak into the mic. And I'm pleading with Mr. Speaker that this having been brought to your attention, please address it. I humbly submit, sir.
What are you bringing to my attention?
Mr. Speaker, with respect, I am bringing to you the rude conduct of our colleague, because when the application was made, he rudely shouted on him. He raised his voice.
What exactly did he say?
Mr. Speaker, it's a disorderly conduct.
What exactly did Honorable Bedzrah
Mr. Speaker,
stated?
He is right here. He shouted, "What is this? What is this?" That is what he did, throwing his hand. Mr. Speaker, oh, okay. Don't worry, don't worry.
Honorable members, are you done? Honorable Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, with respect, because of the noise that came from the other side, I wanted to wait on them so that I can advance my points, sir.
Very well, very well.
Mr. Speaker, for me, if we all agree to extend courtesies, we should do so. Honorable Jerry Ahmed is a leader, and he brought the matter to your attention. The posture of Honorable Bedzrah and the way he acted is not appropriate. In the least, he is his leader, though he is senior. But once somebody is even a first-timer and is made a leader, all courtesies and respect must be accorded him. I do not think that it was appropriate for him to use those words against Honorable Jerry Ahmed, although it didn't go into the mic. That is all my prayer for your attention.
Honorable members, before giving the floor to Honorable Emmanuel Bedzrah, I ordered that wherever the minority leader used the word rude should be expunged from the record. Honorable Bedzrah, you have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, I agree that Honorable Jerry is in leadership and should be giving the courtesy. Mr. Speaker, first of all, I want to draw attention to the fact that the minority leader is improperly dressed. This is not parliamentary dress. This is unparliamentary, and Mr. Speaker, you must ask him to go back and dress and come properly to the floor of the House. Mr. Speaker, I want the minority leader to bring to the House the statement that I've made to the effect that it's unruly to the leader from his side. Having said that, Mr. Speaker, you have rule from Order 64, which says that the bell should be rung, and you called the clerk to ring the bell, and that is in order according to our order. And so, why would any member, having heard you clearly stated that the bell should be rung, who rise again to that effect that we have 7 minutes to the time of your ruling? What does that mean? So I stood up to show to him, to tell him that because he wasn't at home, they were not at the orientation program, and when the speaker is speaking and giving ruling, you also stand. These are some of the things that we need to learn as new members of the House. You can be in leadership, but if you don't know it, you don't know it, and you must learn. And our leader, our friend Jerry, must learn the rules of this House and start interrupting anyhow. We'll continue to help them. Mr. Speaker, when I came to this House, the first thing that happened to me when I started speaking was that Honorable Papa Osu Nkrumah stood up more than 3 times just to interrupt me. And after that, he called me and said, I did this because I want you to learn the rules of the House. Jerry must learn the rules of the House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, in the absence of any correction, the official report of Friday, 21st February 2025 is hereby adopted. Honorable members, business statement, item number 6. Yes, Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, I believe that I brought a matter to your attention. The member who got up, in fact, did not deny his action, but went further to attack the honorable colleague in leadership. Mr. Speaker, you should learn and all. You heard it, so I wouldn't want to repeat it. Mr. Speaker, what is it that he did that makes him think that his rising to draw your attention to a matter amounted to he acting wrongly? Mr. Speaker, we would continue to extend courtesies to colleagues and to the chair. If we bring matters to your attention and nothing is done, and even the member who is the offending party decides to escalate it by going after the member who is complaining in such a manner, Mr. Speaker, what it means is that it will create a platform for this House to condescend. It may create a platform for this House to condescend. He has condescended by the words he's used against a leader on this side. I see 3 of our colleagues in leadership on the other side seated. of our colleagues in leadership. At least, Honorable Ricketts is the acting leader, and he's heard words that are being used to describe a leader on our side. To end it, he now goes further to talk about my dressing. With respect, Mr. Speaker, this is Gubavera. This is Gubavera. When we were young, they call it a crutch for shirt, a gentleman's wear. Sometimes we should not use some form of ignorance to rather say things that we don't know. How do you say that Gubavera? No. How do you say it for Hansa to capture that Gubavera is a shirt which, when one wears, it amounts to improper dressing and is not parliamentary? The last time somebody attempted to say that Gubavera is a pajamas, and Mr. Speaker corrected that person. This is a gentleman's shirt, very unique.
You are throwing yourself. Where are you going? Oh, where are you going?
Very, very unique. So, Mr. Speaker, to gloss over it would mean that the chair is indirectly endorsing what he has said. Mr. Speaker, I have said time without number in this chamber that we in the minority are observing a certain trend of precedence. There is no problem. We are observing it. And if these continue, Hansard will record, and I'm sure that one day, would all rely on it as a good authority. If nothing is done about it, I so submit.
Thank you very much. Honorable members,